So I usually get yelled at for driving like this in real life, but I know my vehicle. I know when I'm gonna run out of fuel, and I have a pretty good feeling that I'm gonna be fine here. Hello everybody, this is Bench85. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 19 Season 2, where we are playing Let's See If I'm Going to Run Out of Gas. Can I get that patch there? I got most of it. We are just finishing up cutting this field. I'm not that worried about that little patch right there. It's like I think there's another patch up here I might have missed somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe I redid that. I don't see anything. I might have actually cleaned that up. Let's see if we can get this to work. Fold that one up. Shut that one down. And then go back to here. Turn my driver around and let's get back to the farm to fill up on fuel. Because we need it. So the plan here, guys. A patch missing there. We're getting some hay baled up. Totally gonna pass you. We're gonna start out with, I'm gonna try to bale up some grass actually for silage, so that we can utilize that at least temporarily. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get any baled up before it turns, but we're gonna try. Should probably have my flashers on here. Not that they can see anything behind me. How much more I have sitting behind me. But I'd like to get that done before things change over to hay, so we'll see what happens. I wonder how much fuel I actually have left. Be interesting to know that. I'll probably run out as I'm pulling in, but I don't have a cart or anything, so I can't bring fuel without buying a piece of equipment. So I should probably do this. The other thing I wanted to do with you guys right away, right off the bat, before I get all this figured out, is, let's see. I should be able to teleport myself to the shop, right? Yep, visit. The reason we're coming to the shop here is I'm actually going to sell this mixer. I've been thinking about it, and I'm going to lose a little bit on it. What I paid for it, but what we're gonna end up buying here is, let's go under animals, this guy right here. It holds a little bit less, which I'm okay with. Now what color do we want it? I was thinking black. So this is actually a mixer wagon, but like truck. Or we can get regular, or we can get tinted. Yeah, we're gonna go regular. We don't need to spend the money on it. And the reason I'm getting this over, that's a darker green than I thought, over the other piece of equipment, because obviously the other one's bigger. Interesting sound. Looks pretty good inside. Big old Mack truck. Is this one self-propelled? So we don't have to hook up a tractor to it. We don't have to switch things around. We can just drive this into the barn and unload, and then drive right back out and fill it back up. I feel like that's a good option for us. Air brake. I actually feel like I'm sitting in the seat and not, like, literally inside the seat, not on the seat. It's kind of weird. The noise is a little interesting, but Usually does sound like an older Mack truck a bit. Older diesel. She's loud. She's gritty. And it cruises. And I should be able to reach into everything here as far as loading stuff into it. Hopefully. At least that's going to be the plan. So actually... Oh gosh. Jump time. Nope, maybe not. Oh, mailbox. Oh, I took out my own mailbox. And there's no mailbox there. Is there a jump we can hit with this truck? It's been an episode or two before we made a jump. No, not so much. Oh, right here. Nope. That's alright. I think I have a spot up here where I can hit a jump. Yep. Here we go. Oh, look at that. There was a single flip 180. That's what I call that. I should have kept it going in reverse, but I wasn't sure I could land it. Otherwise, that would have been an awesome trick. No, I'm just kidding. We're not actually doing that. But we are going to be doing animals today. We're going to get our cows producing milk. I want to check on this field over here. Okay, this field has not turned over into hay yet, which is good. Let's see, if you unfold it, those open up. Interesting. Oh, it looks pretty good too. And that gives us our totals, I guess. It's got the gauges and stuff on it. Can you actually see that out the back or no? No, you can't see out the back. I did figure out, by the way, here. You guys shouldn't be eating this. So the manure actually piles up inside the pen here. So this is going to be a big pile of manure. So we're going to have to get rid of that. But let me grab this guy here. We got to get him back. I got to get some rows made up and some silage bales of some sort made up. And then the rest will get turned into hay. I'll save some of the hay and sell the rest, and we'll see where we stand after that. Silage is going to be coming up here pretty quick. I'm going to have to probably sell some of my grain just to make silage stuff work. But we'll see how that is once the animals get a little further along, and we may end up actually in fall. We'll have to see. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, summer is definitely wrapping up. Temperatures are getting a little bit lower. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Cows have not calved yet. They're very close though. Bales have all been baled up. I haven't looked to see what the final total is. And I've been selling a little bit of our grain. This is only the second truck full actually. So it's not a huge amount. About 100, well, it'll be 120,000. To give you an idea, so we got 25,000 left of that. Good, that's still the highest price. We've got 240,000 here. We've got just about 30,000 of oats, and we still have 227,000 potatoes. So we've still got a lot. The reason I'm selling this is we need to purchase some things. I figured while we were working here, or while I was waiting a little bit, I should get some fields, like start to get some of the fields worked up. Unfortunately, we've got a couple fields that need lime, so I was starting to do lime, and it's such a pain that every time I have to fill that spreader up, I have to go all the way back to the store with the spreader, fill it up, and then come all the way back to the field. I thought, well, let's use the auger wagon, which we've been using, the grain cart, I've been using it for fertilizer and for seed. Well, it turns out that can't handle lime, and I'm pretty sure I looked at that previously and knew that it didn't handle lime, but didn't realize it, I guess, didn't think of it. And we're going to be needing another trailer actually anyways for silage, so might as well just get it now. And I think we're going to get the chopper too. You can see here I started spreading lime, but that's all the further I got. Nobody's coming, so don't mind me. The semi's just faster than you. Noticed, I don't think you can see any in that one, but there's been a couple, oh, there's a car coming, spots in my sunflower fields where they've withered. And I'm guessing that has to do with the drought. I'm not 100%. But yeah, we've had some more spots that have died, unfortunately. If you look ahead at the forecast, it is supposed to rain Saturday, so 1, 2, 3, 4 days ahead. So it'll be 4th day of autumn, I guess it would be. I'm going to leave this trailer sitting on top of the scales here, or on top of the drop point. And let's head to the shop quick together. My hope is that we can get the cows to calve. I at least want to show you guys that today. Today's going to be a little bit about the animals, but at the same time there's a lot of other stuff that we're doing. A lot of things to keep up on, as always. Just a lot of... I don't know, I thought about calling it craziness, but I mean, it is what it is, you know. Once winter rolls around, everything gets slow. Beep beep. I'm trying to do that. Honk honk. Summertime, fall time is always crazy. Spring is crazy too when you get a lot of planting and a lot of groundwork up. So it will help to get some of that worked up this fall. There's a couple of fields I need to plow as well, so we gotta get into the plowing portion too, which will take even more time. I think the most unfortunate thing about it is that we've only got one big tractor that can pull that stuff, so for cultivating, for plowing, for all that, planting as well, we've only got one option, so we may have to look into getting a bigger tractor, not replacing the one we have, but a bigger one, so we can do a little bit more. I'm not sure which one we'll have to go with, but let's see here. So here's the shop. Cut that driveway a little bit. So we've got 400,000. Let's spend it. So under trailers, we are going to be purchasing, actually we can, we've got one of these, we should sell it. I don't have it here, but we should sell it. Yeah, this guy. We don't need it, so let's not hold on to it. This guy right here, it's one we've used a lot. Ooh, we can customize it. We can go standard wheels or wide tires. How wide are we talking? Looks better with the wide tires. And we're gonna run the Trellbergs. Oh, did I mess it up? This guy. I think I might have put the wrong wheels on it. Let's back that onto that pad there and just see. I may have screwed that up though. This was our trailer that we used for playing around with the logging that one time. Oh, they keep backing up, I guess. I guess that's how that works, right? You gotta back up in order for this to work. Let's customize it. Yeah, we messed up the wide tire part. There we go. I don't know if it really floats better or not, but we'll see. And let's see if we have enough cash for this. I don't know if we do. This will let us haul the potatoes too. Let me check. Let's go under here. Forage harvesters. So we're going to use this guy, the 580. We're not going to get the real big one. I think we're going to run... Yeah, we're just going to run standards. And Trelleborgs are fine. So we're going to get ourselves a big chopper. And then we're also going to need... Which one is that designed for? Designed for the Easy Collect 600. I don't know if we need the really big one. So that one's 6 meters, that one's 9. So there really isn't that much of a difference. We don't have the money for either of them. Okay, so we're gonna have to sell some more. That's okay because I haven't gotten any further on that stuff. Trying to think. We've got corn and we've got sunflowers. I think that'll have to come off before, so we can sell some of that. It's gonna take some time before we're ready for silage. Actually, we need to purchase a few more things too before we're ready for silage, so it's all right. And I have to come pick that up with the trailer anyways, or at least I'm going to. But we should be able to fill this guy up with lime now, so it should be a big chunk of lime that we're getting. We can haul 59,000 units, whereas with the other guy, it was 31,000. But we could use the auger wagon if we wanted to for that, where now we can't. So I'm going to bring this back. I'm going to keep working, and we'll see when the animals actually start calving. Alright guys, welcome to autumn. I'm working up a field for another farmer right now. Yet another one, but I really couldn't pass this one up because, well, it's pretty easy to make $45,000 here. And pretty much just put some inputs in. A little bit of wear and tear on the equipment, but other than that, you know, easy money, right? Especially when you figure I'm making maybe 60,000 on a load of seed or crop that I would get in. Here at the cows here, nothing much has changed. We still got some cows that are very close. I was actually gonna check and see. That sounds like a calf. No, nothing's calved yet. Why did that sound like there was a calf in here? Excuse me, miss. I don't know. It sounds like calves. Anyways, we got a manure pile that they like to go on top of and eat on, apparently. So that hasn't changed. But one thing that I noticed here, and it actually worked out for the best, this field here was our field of soybeans, and it is fully ready to harvest. And our little cornfield here that we planted late corn on for silage has caught up. That is an interesting thing of its own, and it's why we're actually going to talk a little bit here. It's going to be a story time with Farmer Benchy while I take care of some items here and get ready for harvest again. Probably going to take the soybeans off first because it's in the way of one of the sunflower fields. But when it comes to maturity and stuff in crops, I'm going to talk about corn in general. Um, Up here in the Midwest, we were putting in what was known as 95-day corn a lot. That's how corn is rated based on how many days to maturity it's listed as. Unfortunately, what is maturity isn't necessarily a standard in the industry. Um, I was taught that it generally was about the time when corn starts to dent, it's called. It forms little dents on the outside of it. So your sweet corn that you see uh, in the supermarket or whatever you end up picking up, your grocery store, isn't dented unless it's really far along, but usually it's not. Usually that means that the corn itself has completely fixed all of its sugars into the corn kernel, and it's formed a little black layer on the tip of it, and it's starting to shrink down, usually about 35% moisture at that point. Oh, wait, this is not where this belongs. But it's also geared upon how many, I'm going to use the term heat units you get based on weather. So up here in the Midwest, we don't get quite as many heat units as you would down south or other parts of the country. So it was never 95 days to maturity for us, but we would plant 95-day corn because we needed it to mature and dry out so that we could sell it because we were cash cropping it. Silage, on the other hand, we were planting 112, 115, sometimes almost 120-day corn. And the reason being is that the longer maturity you have, generally the more corn stalk, the bigger the corn, the more corn goes to the cob, so you can get a bigger yield. And that was important for silage because, well, we wanted tonnage. We wanted the largest amount of green matter, basically, to bring into the cows. That was what we were looking for. I did put this trailer down here, right? I don't have any trailers down here. Darn it. I keep losing all my trailers. No, I did. It's right there. I'm going to park this into one of these. So the important part here that the game is actually modeling is the fact that I think heat units are partially being utilized, or at least a different maturity. I don't know how it looks at it, but the corn caught up. And generally we plant corn in May, up here, let's say mid-May, but we were planting sometimes late corn into June, late June, so sometimes a month and a half later. And obviously that was for silage, but that corn would grow like crazy, mostly because it was germinating in the middle of the summer. When it's nice and hot, you get a lot of heat units, it grows quickly. Whereas the corn that was planted earlier is going to be seeing cooler weather, at least in the beginning. It doesn't take off quite as fast. But that late corn that we were putting in would never make it to full maturity. Generally, lots of times it would freeze before it was to that point. So that's why it was always designed for silage. But the game must be modeling it partially because we put in late corn. What else? We actually put in late beans too, and they apparently made it like to maturity. So it's doing something with that. That's kind of cool. I'm glad that they implemented something like that. I'm not sure how they're doing it exactly, but they are doing it, and that's the important part. We do have to switch combine heads over here. I was prepped for taking sunflowers off, but we're gonna have to switch back to our regular head. Great demand at the sawmill. Yay! I don't have any wood chips or wood. So we'll just drop that for now. And we'll pick up this header, and we're going to be taking soybeans off first, but this is the downside of taking missions, especially these bigger ones, because I need that tractor. I need to be able to run the grain cart, the chaser cart. and I don't have the ability to right now because I'm planting. So we really could use a third tractor for some of the stuff, a bigger tractor for doing some of that work. But I'm going to take it down here and prep it and get it ready. I've been doing a little bit of field work here. I got that field dug up. I've got the field over there plowed because I need plowing. Both of those got... Don't run over the soybean or the sunflowers. Both of those fields got lime because I needed it. So just trying to do some of the work in between here. But it's all taking time. So I just wanted to keep you guys updated as we're moving into the next part here. And actually, I want to look at this. I don't know if I planted soybeans before. Oh, they changed the texture, so it actually looks like it should. Remember when we were harvest before, it would be this color, but there'd be a lot of leaves on it, and I said it wasn't actually ready to be harvested in normal terms, in normal real life. This is how it's supposed to look. No leaves, all the leaves would be on the ground, just stalks and beans. That is awesome. They actually did it correctly. These guys are bent over pretty good. I'm excited about that. But we should be getting a calves soon, so I will bring you guys back when we actually have some calves. What am I at? 38%, so I got some time left. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, night is falling, and I know I promised... Yes, I promised there would be little ones running around in the pasture, and I thought there would be. But as you can see, it shows 0.0 years. I'm not sure, it could be that changed this morning, so it could be in the next day or so, it could be like 4 days away. I'm not sure. Or 5 days. But in preparation, I want to mix up my first batch of TMR. And I'm trying to remember here. Let's go to the garage. How much space does that have? So 22. So if we go 50-50, we're looking at about 12,000. So we're looking at 3 bales of hay and the rest silage probably. I think that should work, right? Yeah, based on the mixing ratio, that should work. I've been busy working. We're just gonna wrap things up here, but let's see here. I've got these 3 fields cultivated now, ready for next year. These 2 have been, let's see, this one's been fertilized, these 2 have been fertilized. He's working right now on this field. It's a $34,000 mission contract, whatever you want to call it. I felt it was worth it. I am running out of fertilizer though, so I'm gonna have to go buy some more, which is gonna be a hefty price tag. There is 1 bale of hay sitting inside the barn right now, still topping stuff off, so we're not gonna do anything with him yet. But I should be able to just put these straight in, right? Oop. Sure it's high enough first. There we go. There's 2 of them in. Wish I had the mod that I had in the past. FS17, where you could see what was in, or what the mix was outside of the vehicle. But what it's going to be is 3 bales and then just fill her in. Or fill her up with silage. Which with bales is going to be not as easy to do. But we should be able to cut 3 of them open. We're going to cut that one open, and that one open. Oh, shoot, we opened that one. We're going to have to put that one under cover then. I was trying to grab 2 of them there. There we go. I don't plan on putting it in there until after we get our cows producing milk, I think. Or at least until the hay that's in there goes away. So if I look in here right now, it shows TMR. We've got a little bit of room left in it. So we should be able to get one more bale. And put her in there. I don't think it's all gonna fit though. Oh, it's getting dark, alright. So we got bales to work with for silage now, but in the next episode we're going to be taking care of our silage needs in another way. And we may end up selling all the bales that we have. Oh, I think it all went in. Oh, sweet. Well, that makes it easier because we only have one bale that we have to make sure is covered. Otherwise it will decay. So we'll just grab this one, bring it with us underneath the canopy here. It'll be safe. And we're going to be good to go then. And let's just double check on the truck here. So it's showing that we have a full load. Oh, so it's just running lights first. Can we make the turn? Yes, we can. And this guy's probably just gonna park inside here all the time unless I need to fill it up. Yep, and look at that, start overloading. You can see here we got a bale. So, but yeah, we'll just leave him inside here and we'll be good to go. But I think with that, guys, I'm going to wrap things up. I know, I promised cows. So next episode, we're going to be doing everything cow related. We've got some work to do with them. We might get to silage. We'll have to see. We might just prep for silage before we get to that point. I'm not exactly sure. It all depends on how timing goes. But with that, guys, thank you all for watching. And we really need to do something with that pile of manure. Poor guy's got to climb right over it. Thank you guys all for watching, and as always, take it easy.